Welcome to Back Cover, the podcast that explores the classic soul music of the 60s, 70s, and 80s. I'm Karen Williams. Join me and my co-host Steve Williams, and no, we're not related, as we flip over the album covers and share stories of the movers and shakers that created, wrote, and produced those classic soul sounds. We'll educate and entertain you, all while keeping the music alive. Welcome to episode number 8. Today we're talking the Jacksons, the first musical family of Gary, Indiana. No matter what you say or what you believe, the Jacksons are a very intriguing family. So on the 10th anniversary of Michael Jackson's death, we want to share some stories about the Jacksons.
Yes. Birthdays today, Rebe and LaToya Jackson.
On the same day.
Joe was working.
So, I was curious. I'm like, let's see when did their kids get born? So I have to read this because this is amazing. Okay, so Sigmund, also known as Jackie.
That's his name?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
Sigmund Jackie?
No, Sigmund Esco.
Esco?
Yeah, yes.
I knew an Esco.
Not Roscoe?
No, Esco, E-S-K-I-O.
No, this is E-S-C-O.
Ugh.
Anyway, he was born May 4th.
1950 what?
1. But Rebe, let me start from the beginning. Maureen Raylette Rebe Jackson was born May 29th, 1950. Sigmund Esco Jackson was born May 4th, 1951. Toriano Adderall Jackson.
Tito. Toriano.
Yeah.
She named him after Oldsmobile.
Okay. He was born October 15th, 1953. Jermaine LaJean Jackson was born December 11th, 1954. LaToya Yvonne Jackson was born May 29th, 1956. Marlon David Jackson was born March 12th, 1957. He had a twin who also passed away. Michael Joseph Jackson was born August 29th, 1958. Stephen Randall Jackson was born October 29th, 1961.
That's Randy.
Janet Demita Jo Jackson was born May 16th, 1966.
So Catherine was pregnant throughout the whole 50s.
It's real easy to say you grew up with the Jacksons because people don't know. So people go, yeah, I grew up with Michael. I live right down the street from him. Right. Yeah, well, I used to hear him practice. And so when people ask me, did you know Michael Jackson? I'm like, no, I did not. However, he did live close to me, but I don't remember him as a singular person. Now, I do remember them playing all the time, rehearsing after school.
Is that right?
Yeah, because my cousin lived on 23rd and Monroe.
Wow.
And so I would hear all this noise, and I was like, I thought it was the band. I thought it was this high school band.
The high school, but it was them.
It was them. And he's like, that's them crazy Jacksons.
Crazy,
I don't know.
yeah. Crazy all the way to the bank.
Right. That's them crazy Jacksons. They practice all the time. And I'm like, Jacksons. So the other story is, one day my grandmother's washing machine, the Wringer washing machine.
Yeah, the Wringer top.
Broke down. And she had to go to the laundromat on the corner of 24th and...
Is that laundromat that's still up?
No, it's not.
Oh, okay.
24th and Monroe. It's torn down now. And so she went down there and she came home and she said, I met the nicest lady. And I was like maybe 8 or 9, maybe. She said, I met the nicest lady. She said she was washing the cutest little uniforms. They were all little different colors and everything. She said her sons perform all over. They win all these kind of contests and everything. You know anything about them? I'm like, I don't know. Because they didn't go to my they didn't go to my elementary school, because we were across 25th. We went to another elementary school. And she said, yeah, they were all nice. And I remembered that. And so years later, because I remember conversations when I was a kid. Can't remember anything today, but I can remember then. thought, oh my goodness, that was Katherine Jackson that she met at the laundromat because we lived in the same neighborhood, and she was there washing their uniform.
That she made.
I guess so.
Yeah, she said that in the documentary. She made all of their uniforms.
Right.
First.
Well, she was washing them, and my grandmother sat there and talked. She said, I had a nice conversation with her. I'm like, oh, okay. So you just never know when you touch greatness.
Never know.
Never know. And I'm sure that I saw Michael as a little boy, but I was a little girl. He was a little boy. You
never knew.
Never knew.
Ain't that something?
Yep. So I do not claim that I know them.
But I bet you was all over that screen when they came on the Ed Sullivan show that night.
Oh, yeah. And when my aunt took me to see them at Westside High School, when they first did their first concert.
Is that right?
Yeah.
They were the official... Well, they were officially recording then as professionals?
Yeah, they had done I Want You Back.
They came back to Gary?
Yeah, they did a concert at Westside High School.
Oh.
And let me tell you this story. So, by that time, I was in middle school. So I did have to go. We would have met up at middle school. So my friend Pam and I, because we were such huge Jackson fans, we said, we're going to walk past their house. On the way to middle, we're going to cut this way. We didn't have to go that way, but we're going to go that way, and then we're going to cut through the back of Roosevelt and cut over to Beckman Middle School. So we walk past their house. Nobody was there, of course. We thinking they at their house, right? We walked past their house. My ears got frostbitten because I refused to put on an ugly scarf.
You wanted to be cute.
I wanted to be cute. It was cold. Oh, my gosh. I have never been frostbitten. And I got to school and my ears started burning like on fire. They actually got frostbitten, turned black on the tips. Oh, it was terrible.
I wanted to comment on what Steve just said.
What'd I say?
You said about Michael singing so good. He had to. Joe, get on that booty.
Here's the thing about that. I hear people talk about Joe, and it's one thing just to talk about him, but the man took care of his family, and he stayed on them to. I don't think one of them is broke. They may act like they are, but they ain't broke.
But he lived through his children because he flopped.
Yeah. Well, he didn't flop. He just didn't get with a good band. He was a hell of a guitar player.
Right. I give him that.
Yeah.
But it was the way he went about it.
Well, some people, let me rephrase this.
Okay.
Discipline, I didn't say abuse, but discipline is some of what's missing today.
Yeah, but I think he went a little bit further than.
Well, some people do.
I think it was abuse.
Some people do. We don't know. He ain't here.
That's true.
Yeah. I know that he thwarted Jackie's goal to play with the White Sox because he had been drafted.
He had been drafted.
That's right.
Yeah.
He had an offer to go to the White Sox. And he said that because he told me that himself when he was here in 92 when we had the Jacksons back. He said, I was drafted for the White Sox, and I was supposed to go, but my dad said I had to sing with my brothers.
With my brothers.
See, that wasn't right.
Well, Jackie was then? He was an adult.
He was over 18 at that time.
Yeah.
But still, Joe would have got on that boot tag.
Yeah, he felt obligated, Yeah. Yeah, that he made them all feel obligated, except Jermaine broke away.
Well, that's what love make you do.
I guess.
Hello, caller.
Hey, good afternoon, you two. How are you all doing?
Fine. How are you, sir?
Good. Appreciating the Jackson stories, and I guess being from L.A. and just listening to the people from Gary talk about them and talk about the stories is really cool. Because even in L.A. coming up, we were. I have an auntie. She just passed away, but she introduced us to the Jacksons, had us doing all the music and all the steps, and. My brother would play Michael. I would be Jermaine. Matter of fact, that's the reason why I play the bass today.
Oh, man. Can you play or you just plucking?
I'll just pluck it.
Oh, okay.
I took some lessons. I got it. I'll mess around a little bit.
Okay.
But yeah, just plucking. But yeah, just good to hear those stories because she had us saying that they were our cousins.
Everybody.
We're nowhere near our cousins. I came to the Jacksons when I moved up here searching for Janet back in '91.
No, you didn't.
oh yeah. Oh yeah. When I got out of school, I got a job up here, and I said, you should move to Gary. I said, I'm moving to Gary. I'm around enough of y'all at work. Number one, number two, I might one day meet Janet. So
Janet, way out in L.A.
I know she's where I came from. I came over here, so. But anyway, it just wanted to let you guys know I appreciate the conversation, and I was by the house earlier today, and people were already out there paying homage before 11 o'clock.
I was out there last week. Something told me just go by there, and I did. I was really looking to see if they had uprooted the stone, and it had been. It's in the backyard. On the ground. So I'm like, oh, it really is back there.
Yeah, covered
But
over.
it was people back there then, so I know today is probably going to be crowded. If not next month, August, of course. Ten years ago, God called home the ultimate entertainer. The man, no pun intended, was bad. The man was bad, believe you me. Yes, ma'am, you were saying.
Janet Jackson was talking about how she believed her brother's legacy was going to remain, and that, she still sees kids emulating him and adults are still listening to his music. But I thought, remember we had a conversation, I think it was the beginning of this month.
Okay.
Where we were talking about the Jacksons and how I mentioned that Jackie mentioned that he was going to be a player. He was going to go to the White Sox farm team.
Right.
And his dad told him, no, basically. Well, listen to this. Janet further revealed that she almost went to school to study business law. But her father, Joseph Jackson, insisted she pursue a career in music after noticing her talent at a young age.
It is said that sometimes other people can see our gifts better than we can.
That's what she said. She said when parents see something in their children, I guess they guide them in that direction.
And he did.
Yeah, but I also think, unless they have gone back to school as adults, he maybe have hindered them a little bit. Because remember when we had Kim Mazel here?
Yeah.
And she's really big in England with the house music and everything.
Right.
But she still got her degree in music law.
She did. She said that. I remember
and
that.
She knows how to read contracts and put contracts together and work for things that really matter. I think when you're in the music business, you really need to know a lot of stuff. Because as we have seen, as we talk about certain things that have happened with the music industry and the people in it, you can get ripped off.
Oh.
No matter how big you are.
You can get ripped off instantly. But that's one thing I can say. I think I can honestly say, being on the record side of the spectrum and being on the music side.
Right.
Joe got them as far
as he could. Right.
But when he got them to that level, I don't think he wanted to let go. And that's normal. That's normal.
That's also his
These are your children.
Yeah, these are your children.
Right.
So that makes it even more difficult.
Because it's like, okay, guys, I got you here, but now I need someone else to get you on over the hump.
Right.
But I'm going to still keep my eyes on you.
Right.
So when he finally turned them loose or set them on their way, he put his hands on Janet. Now, Rebe, I don't think not so much.
She was already married.
But she did record.
She did that one song.
She did that, and it was a hit.
It was a big hit.
Yeah. I can honestly say this: it's music, then there's business. So Michael latching on to all these other people, learning the business side of the business. I don't know if he could have got that from Joe. I don't know.
It was also during a time when the music industry was changing.
Was it changing?
It was changing. Video was coming into play.
Yeah, all of that.
That had never been considered before.
Right. Everything was getting to be digitized.
Yes.
We're talking early 80s.
Right. And so it was beginning to change. And the sound of music was beginning to change over again. It wasn't that little bubblegum pop stuff.
And that's one of the reasons why he wanted to leave Motown. Because by that time, Barry and them had run their course with him.
Right.
You never know. You never know. You never know. But Michael was a shrewd businessman. And for what it's worth, Jermaine is still performing. Tito has taken over the B.B. King Blues Band. They tour. I don't know what Jackie is doing. And
Randy Marlin is the one that was
they
had real estate when they had that show that they did not soon after Michael died. I was like, this is not going to be a good show. It wasn't a good show.
They didn't get along.
No,
because they're all grown now.
Yeah.
But from what I understand, when they had the group, Jackie made all of the decisions because he was the oldest.
He was the oldest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, anyway, so today is the anniversary.
Would you guys believe that there is it's possible to do a Michael Jackson convention dance party?
Yeah.
Hold on. You know about this.
Oh, I do.
And play Michael Jackson for 4 hours without repeating one song. You think it's possible? Do you think it's possible? I just want to hear. Do you think it's possible?
Now, are we talking about Michael Jackson?
Wait a minute. You know what happened.
I know what happened.
I want to see if they think so.
I just want to clarify it.
What you want to clarify?
Is it Michael Jackson from beginning of Michael Jackson to the end of Michael Jackson?
Either way you look at it, it's Michael.
Okay.
Now, let's see what someone has to say.
You can play Michael Jackson songs back to back without repeating the song for 6 hours and 32 minutes and 54 seconds.
Without repeating one.
Without repeating one.
You know how I know this is true?
How?
Tell them, Karen.
Because in 2010 we did a Michael Jackson fanvention, and Steve was the DJ, and we played nothing but Michael Jackson for a 4-hour dance.
For 4 hours, I did it. And didn't repeat one. And here's the thing. This was before I had a computer. Was
this every song he's ever made?
Not every song he's ever made.
He didn't even get to every song.
I didn't even get to every song. And I was changing CDs.
Yep.
Oh, you was the hardest working DJ that year.
You better come on with it, baby.
That's the end of this week's podcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you next week.